The hits keep coming from the NRA booth at the 2026 SHOT Show. This time, my distinct pleasure to welcome Leach and Dennis Tippmann. Gentlemen, welcome to the video cast.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
We have a lot of exciting stuff to talk about, not the least of which is America's Rifle Challenge. But before we get to that, let's talk about the Scholastic Shooting Sports Foundation, 25 years running.
Yeah, NSSF started us with a shotgun program 25 years ago. We've grown that. Kind of funny, the first year they shot 21,000 targets. Last year at our national championship, we shot 2.1 million targets and fired 3.9 million rounds of ammunition between our shotgun and our rifle and pistol program.
That is an astounding number. I don't really know how to react to that other than awesome. Congratulations, man. That is great.
We couldn't do it, though, if it wasn't for the industry. I mean, Denny's here, and our sponsors, help us grow this and continue to get youth out learning safe, responsible handling of firearms.
You bet. Dennis, talk about Tippmann as a whole. I know Tippmann for paintball guns,
sure.
Maybe pellet guns, things like that. Talk about that.
Yeah, so a quick history on the Tippmann family. My father started with firearms back in the 80s. And then in 1986, he switched over and started manufacturing paintball guns. And we became one of the largest paintball gun manufacturers in the world. In 2004, the Tippmann family sold the majority share of the paintball side of the business, and we started focusing back on firearms again, which is kind of where our heart has always been with the firearms industry. And so, one of the products we've developed is the M422, which is real popular with the young shooters, and so that's been going really well for us. It wasn't our initial intent to focus on competition shooting, but they kind of found us. They're looking for high quality, reasonably priced products that work well for competition shooting, and we fit the bill there.
Excellent. Rick, this is all kind of coming full circle for me now. At the Scholastic Steel event in Talladega, I remember Tippmann products being there, and I remember them having that distinct sound. So now it's starting to circle up for me. Talk about how important it is to have a brand partner like a Tippmann in the Scholastic Shooting Sports Foundation.
Tippmann's awesome, and truly the AR platform, and why I think it's going to be good for the NRA AR Challenge, is it fits everybody. I mean, we go grade school through college. You were at our college nationals for Scholastic Action Shooting Program, but the Tippmann gun always goes bang, and it's fast, and Denny keeps finding new ways to make it faster and better, and it's really great. I mean, we've grown that. He's about 40% of our market right now. Our athletes are using Tippmann guns.
Excellent. And I know as they continue to roll out different formats for America's Rifle Challenge, there is designs for a rimfire version where that Tippmann M4 would fit perfectly.
That's correct. Yeah. So today, a lot of people maybe don't quite understand the model that we came forward with, but initially we were just sitting down to develop a really high quality rimfire rifle, and the AR platform is what stuck out the most, and a lot of consumers like that system. There's a lot of accessories already available for the ARs, and so we laid the 22 out with that in mind. It just makes the most sense. Tie probably the most popular caliber in the world, the 22 rimfire, to the AR platform, which is probably the most popular rifle design in the world today.
Yes.
So we're trying to put the two together, and we just felt like, no one was really focused on that. It's kind of like a secondary thought for some of the other manufacturers. That has been our number one focus.
Excellent. Yeah. When it comes to the Scholastic Shooting Sports Foundation, is this potentially a feeder into art competition? Do you see kids coming out of?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you look at all the other sports, shotgun, the first Olympic development camp we had has a 5-time Olympian medalist. Vincent Hancock started in our program.
You bet.
On the pistol side, we've got national champions that are now shooting the adult sports that are doing it. And the rifles, I just think it's a great thing from NRA standpoint, because especially with the rimfire, the younger female athletes, smaller stature athletes, female, adults, it doesn't have to put up with all the recoil. Yep. You can just have fun shooting, and shooting a great gun like the Tippmann.
Excellent. You bring up some of the other successors who have come out of Scholastic. Christian Seiler jumps right in front of me every time, just simply because he is arguably the most dominant pistol shooter with a red dot in the world today. He's a product of your program.
He is. Christian is. He started. I still call him a kid, even though he's a grown adult, because I remember him when he was a kid shooting. And now Mason Lane just became a world champion. Mason started with us too.
Is that right? I didn't know that. Next time I see Mason, I'll give him a hard time about that. Excellent. Well, the future is definitely bright with organizations like yours bringing the youth along, adding to the new shooters. The NRA acknowledging new shooters of all ages with this new competition format, and that can circle around to potential buyers when they're looking to get outfitted. It's an exciting time all the way around.
Yes, and I just want to kind of touch on what Rick was touching on a little bit earlier. It's the athletes, I feel, that play the different competitions or shoot the different sports. I feel like it's such a large group that can actually compete and do well, whereas some of the traditional ball sports, it's limited to this elite group where this really opens the door to a lot more people. And so I think that is that's super positive. And then, going from what Rick's doing to the next level, I think the NRA is right on track with the ARC program.
You bet.
Yeah, there is no bench in the shooting sports. That's what we always tell everybody. Right. Think about it. My kids played football. They played the other ball sports, and if they weren't good enough, they didn't. You went to the game and you watched them sit on the sideline.
Right.
You go to a shooting event, everyone shoots, and their score is used. So it's total involvement of getting everybody involved.
Yep. And I think there's another stat that needs to be pointed to, and these are stats that I take away loosely from other producers for Shooting USA. In all high school sports, all of them, there has always been a track record of injury, and it can be higher in football, it's higher in basketball, soccer potentially. There are 0 injuries in any of the SSSF programs.
Yeah, it's the safest sport out there. I like a study that the Retailers Association did. It's safer to shooting sports than it is for recreational walking. And you think about that, twisting ankles and things like that, it is safer. So we have not had a claim in 5 years, knock on wood. We have not had a claim in 5 years, and our number one injury is actually hitting your head on the trap house, getting in and out of a trap house. It's not shooting related.
That's excellent stuff. Thanks again for the time, guys. Anything I missed? Anything you want to add?
I'll throw in one more stat, because Rick missed it, is the trap shooters is the fastest growing high school sport in America today.
Shooting sports are.
Yeah.
Number one sport. Number 2 is lacrosse right now. But the shooting sports are the fastest high school sport.
Thanks again for the time and all the hard work. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you.
Appreciate it.